Hey everyone, welcome back. Last video we went over multiplying polynomials, and today we will be factoring them, which is basically the opposite of multiplying polynomials. You could think of it as dividing polynomials in a sense. What is factoring? As I said before, factoring is like reverse multiplication. When we factor a polynomial, we're breaking it down into a simpler expression that when multiplied together gives us the original polynomial. So for example, let's take a look at this. 6x plus 3. When you factor, finding the GCF is very important. The GCF is the largest number or term that can be factored out of every term in the polynomial. So for example, let's say we have 6x plus 3. The biggest number that divides into both terms is 3. We can't factor out an x since this number doesn't have an x, so the best we can do is 3 here. And so what the 3 does is divide into all of the terms in the polynomial. So 6x divided by 3 equals 2x, and 3 divided by 3 is of course 1. So if we want to factor this expression, we would end up with this right here. Let's try to factor out 5x squared minus 10x. The GCF of 5x squared and minus 10x is 5x, so we can factor that out right now. So we can write 5x here, and then this divides evenly into each term in this expression. So 5x squared divided by 5x is just x, and minus 10x divided by 5x be minus 2, and that is our answer. But we can also double check by using the distributive property, and if we factor correctly, we should end up with the original polynomial we had. So 5x times x would be 5x squared, and 5x times minus 2 would be minus 10x, and we can see that these two match, and we know we did the factoring correctly. If the first term in a polynomial is a negative, like an example would be like this polynomial, it's best to factor the negative immediately, so it keeps things cleaner. The GCF in this case would be 7y, but since the first term is a negative, we can factor out a negative 7y. And so what this would end up with is y squared and plus 4. Let's try factoring a 3-term expression like this. We notice all the terms have different variables, so we can't factor out a variable, but we can factor out a number. So the GCF for this would just be 4. And what follows is x, and 4 divided by 12y would be 3y, and 4 divided by 8z would be minus 2z. We would just end up like this. That's all. It just looks very complicated, but this is all we can do. And that's all. This video is part of a multi-part series, and in the next video